Benny. I'm on YouTube now. Here's my song about it. I'm playing my guitar to practice being a star. I'm trying to spit rhymes to make those dimes. But in all honesty, it's not about the money. I just think that I'm funny. Ha ha ha. Yeah. You know who I am. But if you don't, well, my name is Benny. I'm as sharp as a penny. I have a dog named Penny. My name is Benny. Now that you know who I am, let's do some rapping. As I'm writing the song and playing along, I just think something's wrong. I want to have fame, but I want to stay the same. I want to stay sane, is that really mean? Every rapper that I see has fame and glory. They let it get to their head, but underneath it all they're filled with dread. Yeah, You should know me by now, but if you don't, well, my name is Benny. I'm as sharp as a penny. I have a dog named Penny. My name is Benny. My name is Benny. I used to be skinny, and as you can see, I'm as sharp as a penny. I got a little talent, but so do you. Just put it into practice, you press through. My name is Benny. Before this song ends, the message I'm trying to send. If you want to be like me, don't let it in your head. My name is Benny. I'm as sharp as a penny. I have a dog named Penny. My name is Benny.
We got a lot of daring, awesome campaigns on here. Pretty much all of these are by people that we know. Smokes the Fox is here. That's a nice Mike Barron campaign. Mike Barron wrote this. Chrome Dog, happy to see that here.
Oh my. Hey everybody, it's Justin K. Sweet, also known as Agent Zero, formerly known as 000. How's everybody doing today? Just thought I'd come in and just, I don't know, chill out. I've had a hell of a Monday. my day job is getting like crazy. Lots of things to do, lots of things to worry about, lots of fires to put out and all that jazz. But guess what? It's quitting time. So that means it's close to Miller time if I even drink Miller. I don't drink Miller. Anyway, look at what was here. Of course, I got rid of the lovely label we have here to kind of not dox anybody, whether it's myself or Dark Gift Comics. But of course, this is Pariah, Mud and Blood, or Blood and Mud. I can't remember. Sorry, Doc. But anyway, I just thought I'd come in, do a little video, talk some comics, show off a few things that I may or may not have checked out at my local library. So that's kind of fun. And just, I don't know, I kind of want to have a more positive kind of stream. Saw too much daggum negativity out there. So yeah, so here we are. Thanks for popping in, and I appreciate you guys so much for showing up for this stream. And I don't have the all the settings where I need them to be so that I can show off. Let me see, because I can't have two cameras at once since I'm a cheapskate right now with StreamYards. There we go. Hi. I got two cameras. So I look forward to be able to get both cameras going at the same time. There have been offers for me to join other channels to be able to do that, but for now, I feel like I don't want to be a freeloader. So, or at least not a freeloader to my fellow indie creators. Maybe sometime soon, and it won't be freeloading at that point because I'll actually be paying them a stipend to allow me on their channel. So, but yeah, hi. I'm wearing my these are my night clothes. Probably should be repping the brand a little more. Now that I'm actually decided to go on camera, besides you guys just seeing my lovely hands and my hairy arms. But I guess before we get into any more of this, let's catch up with the chat for a sec. Woke Breaker is first. Yes, thank you so much. Thanks for being one of my ride or dies who kind of shows up just about every time when you know. Hey, Levi Skeen. Yeah, I've seen you around, man. Thanks for hopping in. Yeah, Twitter, gotta love it, right? Love it or hate it. It is what it is. Oh, yeah. I could see myself making something like this as a kid without the production value. Yeah, Pixel. That was our kids. My son and my daughter together. My son was really into this puppet that he got. He named him Benny Boat. So they decided to make a video, and that was it. Put the music together, put it all. It was. That was, oh my gosh, so many years ago. And when I found out that they still had it on their channel, I'm like, I want that so that I can at least download it from my own channel and have it as kind of like some type of I don't know if you call it a stinger, but just an intro of sort kind of video. I'm no YouTuber at this time. Who knows? Maybe I will be. I don't know if I'll ever consider myself a YouTuber. I just take up space on YouTube because that's the thing you're supposed to do. So here we are. Oh, look, I haven't subbed yet. Fixed. Thanks a lot, Pixel, man. That's awesome. Yeah. And Timmy Mello. Yes, the guy who made my first Chrome Dog trailer. Fantastic. And of course, the one that I made is, it's all right. I have ideas to make a new one. However, I've now kind of ditched Adobe products, so I won't be, I don't have Premiere Pro anymore, so that won't be even be a thing for me. At least in the near future. So I'm trying to come up with creative ways to make it happen, one way or the other. So we'll see. And a lot of folks, it's come to my attention that people haven't they realize that they're like, oh, your campaign's still live, and it's like, yeah, it's still live. Just because I closed it down on Indiegogo doesn't mean it's gone. So I'm over on Fund My Comic, and what I mean by I'm Chrome Dog, the master of ceremonies himself, Scratch, as his real name. Scratch is he's still at it, doing his thing. And what it is I'm waiting for more art. I feel like I've gotten all the, I've kind of wrung out all the juice from the 10-page ash can, and I wanted, I've been waiting to release and to actually like get out there and really try to market it till I've been waiting until I actually have pages that show him off in his true form instead of that ridiculous mascot head stuck on his on him. So I figure it's worth the wait. And so I've been biding my time, but at the same time, I'm waiting on the colorist. Luke is almost 100% done with all of the interiors. Patrick is catching up on the colors. And so, we're looking at potentially, again, as long as everything goes according to plan, we're looking to fulfill first weekend in December. Campaign, I've got it up until January 1st. And but, after that, I'll probably just make it a storefront, because the main thing is once Chrome Dog exists, once the book is physical, able to be received and reviewed by people, I plan on making it my mission to get it in as many hands as possible over the next year. And really kind of focus on that, because I'm wanting to gain a readership. It's something that I don't hear enough about out there. But in each one of us, we have our own methods, our own logic, our own ways that we're going about doing it. But for me, it's kind of like I feel really weird always asking people for backing my book when it doesn't physically, exist. And at this point, we're kind of late. I was expecting to be able to have it done in October, and that's come and gone. So I want to have it physically in my hand, and then I want to go out there and do the big marketing push once we actually have it. So, dude, we all start somewhere. Yeah, that's right, Pixel. Thanks. Suzanne Eckstein. Is it Eckstein or Eckstein? Because I know different dialects. German is Stein. Agent Zero, hey there, just popped in to like and say hello. Have a great stream. Yeah, you too. Thank you. Always. That encourages me big time. And Woke Breaker says, hey chat. I feel you pretty sure our colorist is slammed because he's had a couple of pages for a few weeks. Yeah, I mean, and I come to find out our colorist, he has a full-time job doing doing things that aren't art related. And so, it's kind of, that's reassuring. It lets me know that he has, his priorities in order, as it were. And I'd like to see that. So, but yeah, and we've got folks talking to each other in the chat. So yeah, let's get into this. So as I showed kind of at the beginning of the stream, I just got this out of the mailbox today. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to navigate all this stuff. Plus I gotta, yeah. So Dark Gift Comics. I have not popped this open. I'm about to crack the seal on this bad boy, and see what's inside. Let's get some music going, shall we? I don't like the dead air. So some of the channels, they seem to not mind not having dead air. I'll listen to this one for as long as it's tolerable. We'll see. So, but yeah, I've been drawing yesterday. Ooh, that's just a little too dynamic, I think. What was this one? Yeah, no, not that one. Yeah, this one's all right. Even this one gets a little stale, but we'll roll with it for now. I'll put it down. There we go. So yeah, starting yesterday, not starting. Oh my gosh! So yesterday, I spent most of the day drawing, because I am bound and determined, as a human. Well, I'm failing at doing this, obviously. I usually have a blade around. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I usually have a blade around. I don't have one here at the moment. And here I am trying to use pins to break this impermeable tape. Curse you, Anthony Romano, and your tape from hell. All right, there we go. So I found a pencil. So yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. He's got the good thick tape too, probably from Uline, if I had to guess. Yeah, Uline, they're the best. I wish they made. As far as I understand, they don't make these type of mailers. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Uline is not the place to go. But instead, it's Gemini Comic Supply, which, by the way, for you indie comics creators out there, I'm pretty sure the code still works if you use the nerd 10. The word nerd and then the number 10, all one word, at checkout on Gemini Comic Supply, you can net yourself a cool 10% off your order. So buy today. So we got Anthony Romano. So yeah. Oh, he's got his address there. Well, I was trying not to dox you, but it's all good. So cool. There you go. You can check it out. I don't even know if it's going to come up enough for you to be able to do the QR shuffle there. Let's catch up with the comments for a sec here before we move on. Yeah. Yeah. This is a big Yeah. I mean, I don't even know where this pin. Oh, right. This pin came from the library. I didn't check it out though, so I won't. I won't be getting any fees there. Okay, cool. Ooh, yeah. Today's going to be comic book day. I'm going to be going over some independent comics, some comics that I love. In between, I mean, well, I guess you could say they're all independent comics. So, and of course, now this is my distraction. The great uphill task. Yes. You need my batarang knife. That would probably cut the heck out of me, man. This is from Dark Gift? Yes. This is Gift from the Darkness. This is Doc. Ooh, mature readers only. Oh boy, I don't know if I should, I definitely don't want to spoil the book for anyone out there, but man, it's perfect bound. This is great. Doc Blaylock, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I really dig this character back here. I think he's so cool. That's one of something folks don't really know about me is generally when I back a project, I try to back the if there's an artist associated with the project, I want to back the original cover for it. I don't like to go for alternate covers from the other artists. That's just my thing. If I had enough money, I would back them all. But I prefer to go with the original, the actual originally intended cover, if at all possible. Which is kind of funny because in the recent Kit Carter campaign, I was kind of ribbing Lepresti about how he did the respective. Oh yeah, there it is. I believe you have my stapler. I'll set the building on fire. Yeah, that's totally what that was. Yeah, Doc is cool. He's a great dude. Don't want to get your stream taken down by accidentally showing illustrated booba. Yeah, really, right? I mean, and hey, it is what it is. I mean, maybe I don't even know if he's illustrated like that. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll take a look at it. And I'll peep it before I put it on the camera. But yeah, what I was saying about old man Lopez, aka Aaron Lepresti. Oh, these are so cool. I love these. Elizabeth Payne, The Origin. Nice. Very cool. Very, very. I like little things like that. Makes you feel special as a backer. There we go. From Christopher Doc Blaylock comes a tale of supernatural revenge after witnessing a brutal murder by... Wait, this music is not right for this. Let me, I don't even know if I have anything that would work. Ugh. There's no ominous. Yeah, nothing I have is ominous sounding. So here, maybe we'll just do this, like a little rock. There it is. After witnessing a brutal murder by a Russian mob boss, Elizabeth Payne is hunted down, beaten, raped, and left for dead. What they didn't know is Elizabeth is... Did I even say Elizabeth before? Or did I say Melissa? I don't know. Elizabeth is descended from a centuries-old yes, reading. That is a thing. Lineage of powerful witches. She's back now. She does not want justice. Revenge is not enough. It's blood she's after, and there's no depth to it she won't sink. No price she won't pay to get it. Okay. Well, all right. Oh, John Dillard. Which, by the way, if any of y'all know, he's the professor of the University of Chrome Dog, of all things Chrome Dog. But what's funny is I know more than he does. Shh, don't tell him now. Okay, all right. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, dadgummit. Come on, Doc. All right, yeah, I can't show it off. Anyway, yes, great comic. I'm sure it's going to be lovely. I look forward to. I mean, I guess you could see that. Then we got some supplemental edits, and here's your credits page. I can't go too far into it because there is some rated R type stuff here. Grandpa Lopez, yeah. Need something darker. Yeah, you would think this does sound a little too cheery, huh? But at the same time, I don't want to get copyright struck and all that jazz. Anyway, this is cool. A Comicsgate Comics LLC production. Oh, that's right. Oh, Anthony Romano, which I think it's interesting. A little bit of the lore of Comicsgate. You got Robert Romano, and then you have Anthony Romano, and as far as I understand, there's no relation there. They just happen to be part of what we're doing, which is another funny fact. And I quit pushing the issue, but I was asking Robert Romano, what's up? Like, I'm not put into the, into the mix as a creative on comicsgate.org. And he's like, well, we're going to redo the website and this and that. Well, it hasn't been redone yet, and I'm still not listed as a creative on there, but it's okay. I just kind of let it go because everybody's busy. We all have our lives and this and that. And plus, I don't live and die by my affiliations. I live and die by the what I bring to the table. So here we go. Right. So that was Blood and Mud. Pariah, Blood and Mud. Okay. So first up, we got boom, Usagi Jimbo Saga, Stan Sakai, book 1. So I checked this out from my local library. Very, I don't know. I just saw it on the shelf. It looked to be the most compelling thing on there because I'm going to tell you, they had a lot of the modern Marvel and DC trade paperbacks, and I just was not into it. I would much rather take a look at something like this. Because I'm into studying different styles. Definitely looking into potential, cartoony style myself. Maybe not animal cartoons. I don't know, but it seemed pretty interesting. Plus, I remember him coming in, and he played a pretty good part when I was watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a kid. Of course, we see the turtles here, so that's kind of cool how they did a little crossover action. So. But yeah, I haven't read it yet. I've been too busy reading some other stuff. Will Eisner Comic Industry Awards. All right. Speaking of Will Eisner, if I can take just a moment and talk about this wonderful book, and I need to collect all of the other wonderful books. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna bring up these 3 books. Okay. So first, we have the Will Eisner Graphic Storytelling and Visual Narrative. This is a textbook, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is fantastic. It is a great read. Not only does he go through, kind of the invention, I guess you could say, or how man has told story through pictures throughout the millennia, but he also goes through and talks about different things having to do with storytelling, what makes a panel work and this and that. And of course he uses his own work in many different cases. Like he just goes ahead and he reprints an entire comic strip or page from some of the stuff that he'd had published, to kind of give you an idea of what's possible, and what works versus what doesn't. Of course, he doesn't do a lot of what doesn't. This is Will freaking Eisner. Hello, he's a godfather of cartooning. Then the art of comic book writing. Can't recommend this one enough. I think everybody in CG as well as Iron Age would do well to know this. Even if you write scripts, for a living, or even I would dare say even writing novels, because the thing is, when you're writing a novel, oftentimes, I guess it depends. There's no wrong way to write a novel, but then again, there's so many right ways, and in my opinion, I think the more action you have, even in a novel, the better off you're going to be. And it's all about pacing. In any storytelling, you got to have good pacing. You never want to stick too long on a certain. Oh yeah, that's cool. I forgot about that. I grabbed this from the library way back when, and I've been using it as a bookmark ever since. Fun stuff. But yeah, this book is great because it really helps you kind of focus on what you need to know to actually write a compelling story and keep that script up. Oh, okay. Birdcage is here. Hey, Birdcage 45, how's it going? Oh wait, you just asked that. Okay, cool. We all as elementary school reading at elementary level. Yeah. Well, look into picking up those Eisner books on the art books. Yeah. I need to get the rest of them. I do. This is the first one that I bought. And the thing is, I'm on a limited budget. I was told by my CFO, the wonderful Lady Zero, that I had to kind of curb my spending since Chrome Dog is still in waiting, and so I don't back many projects. I back some, and this and that, and as a matter of fact, I'm about to sell a very at this point pretty well-known comic, just to be able to help back some other projects and to get some other comics in here, because I think the value has gone up enough for me to make it worth it. And maybe we'll get into that here in a minute. But what I can say is that I'm able to to kind of pick up the other Eisners. Yes, Timmy Mello says Amazon has them on the cheap, and they certainly do, and that's where I picked them up. But again, it's one of those things. The more I, collect, the more, the more it's an issue sometimes, because these things take up physical space, and I would prefer. I prefer them in the physical, but at the same time, I only have so much room to be able to store things, and so yeah, that's it. It brings its own thing. So I'd rather return the favor. I'm sure someone there, this comic book that I'm going to get into here in a minute, maybe someone else wants to read it, right? Maybe someone else wants to enjoy the cover version that I managed to acquire when I did, more so than me. And perhaps they're willing to, throw their money down so I can turn around and, and either, add it to, probably add a portion of it to the Chrome Dog war chest, as it were, for issue number 2, or the next thing that I'm working on, which is the closer. But I say the next thing, technically Chrome Dog issue number 2 is definitely next on the docket, but believe me, the closer is in the periphery, kind of working out his character right now. All right, so we got the Essential Guide to Comic Book Lettering by Nate, and I want to say it's Picos. I think it's Picos. I'm pretty sure it's not Picos. That doesn't sound right to me. But then again, I don't, I'm not sure. It looks like it might be Greek, but it could be any number of languages. And of course, this is published by Image, which is interesting to see an Image, see an actual like book with pages besides comic book pages. Published by Image. But yes, this is a really good book on lettering, and I've only made it through a portion. I got it to here. I got my magic card holding my spot. As you can see, I whatever I have at hand I use as a as a bookmark. So, and that's always been kind of a thing for me. I'll use receipts. I'll I'm weird that way. What can I say? But yeah. So yeah, comic book, essential guide to comic book lettering. Definitely good stuff if you want to understand, where the lettering goes. Even if you don't letter yourself, it's a really good way to visualize a page and where the letters can go, where letters should go, things like that. And of course, you definitely want to check out Eric Weathers, his YouTube channel, because Eric Weathers, at least he was doing these lettering lessons from time to time, and I find his insights pretty invaluable. But he's also on Chrome Dog. He's going to be doing the lettering for Chrome Dog, or is doing the lettering, I should say. He lettered the first 10 pages of the Ash Can. So he'll also be doing the rest of the book. No big deal. Here we go. Green Lantern Rebirth. This book, it speaks for itself. This book is amazing. It really ignited my love for Green Lantern again in like this super awesome, fresh way. And what's so funny is I also have the No Fear trade paperback as well, which, I can't remember. I think I read this one first, maybe, or maybe I did read the other one first. I can't remember. Because No Fear was the original kind of sort of a reboot back in 2005, and then this one, of course, came along. This one says 2005 also. Yeah, I'm so confused at this point. It's like the new, people saying the Rebirth, was supposed to redo the New 52, but it's obvious, Rebirth or New 52 was more recent. This is really good though. And I'm not just saying that because Ethan Van Sciver is a daggone comic master. I'm saying it because it's just good. Jeff Johns does a really good job of writing the story in a compelling way and keeping me engaged in the entire book from cover to cover. Yeah, man, they don't make comics like this anymore. At least, mainstream. And, and it's kind of, and that's high praise coming from me because I was always a Marvel zombie. I never really did get into DC outside of Green Lantern. I liked him as a character. I didn't know many Green Lantern stories when I was growing up, but I always thought he was the coolest. Him and Batman both. I had way more Batman than I had Green Lantern, which I would come to realize, especially in this book, that they're at odds with each other. Because Batman is all about instilling fear into people, and Green Lantern is all about courage and willpower and fighting fear, choosing choosing to take the moral high ground and the faith in a way. And I always thought that was interesting about Batman anyway, is, he talks about instilling fear into people, but he doesn't want to do the fearful things, right? He doesn't want to be the thing that goes bump in the night. He wants people to think that he's, the one that goes bump in the night. Because, at the end of the day, he's, and again, I know many people would probably correct me because, they want to see this non-apple pie version of Batman, but I know initially he had the standard of not wanting to kill people. Well, maybe not initially. It was weird. It was like way back when he had a gun, but then he didn't have a gun for the longest time. And they made him into kind of like a daredevil, I'm not going to kill people kind of guy. And then all of a sudden they turned him into a guy who has no problem killing people. So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Vintage Ethan, yes, vintage. I mean, I guess. Yeah. 2005 was so long ago. Wow. Yeah, my daughter was 2. And my son wasn't even born yet. So there you go. So here's one you may or may not have heard of. And I absolutely love this comic. I need to collect the other volumes. It strikes on so many different levels. And I found it in it was in kind of like a forgotten section of a store that I frequent, where it had a bunch of comics, and this was in there as a supposed comic. I forget what I paid for it. I think I might have paid like $5, maybe, if that, maybe $4. I don't know, but it's called Copperhead, and it's a science fiction, like on another planet kind of thing. Like, it's almost, I mean, I have to say, I draw a lot of inspiration from this comic for the world that I create. I mean, like, for example, we've got this shot here, this establishing shot, and we have this locomotive that's speeding across this desert area, and we see we've got these 2 celestial bodies out here. I'll call them moons, because they don't appear to be radiating light. Maybe one of them's a planet, maybe the other's a moon, or vice versa. But we see that, and we see these jutting mesas, and we've got these rock formations, and just this like Old West meets new tech kind of feel. And I man, like, that is my jam, big time. We got spaceships and crazy stuff like that, but I definitely like and all these aliens, things like that. In Ringgold, or I should say on Ringgold, the planet that Chrome Dog takes place, and the other stories that I plan to write, they are, and am writing. Ringgold is not necessarily, it's not a place where aliens are prevalent. It's a place where humans exist. They've fully colonized the area. It's been long enough. They've been able to colonize and this and that. And so, but to have, aliens so varied and ubiquitous and everything, I always found Firefly to be like, that was my sci-fi jam, because it's a Western in space. I mean, it is, humans going out to the frontier of open space, colonizing worlds, and trying to live out there. It's human survival at its best. And no distractions, no alien distractions. Like, these seem to be like pretty damn distracting, if you don't mind me saying. But yeah, it's a fun comic book. There's this family dynamic of these inbred hillbilly kind of characters that this new sheriff has to deal with and stuff, and they're fighting each other. And anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's great book, so you should check it out. It's called Copperhead, and of course, this is just a collection, I think, of the first 5 issues, and I've got one in the next arc. Now, one thing that I really appreciate whenever creators do this, they'll put like the plot for 20 pages for issue number 2, so they actually show it in in this case, like, this inspires people like me in the craft to take it the next step further, and say, oh, okay, so this is part of the process. And so, here's plotting out the first 20 pages of the issue number 2, and then here we've got some words about how they were like going back and forth and whatnot, and so, I mean, just they kind of peel that curtain back and show us the process just a little bit. And I also like the touch of and believe me, I'm paying attention to some of these things. Like, they could have left this completely blank, like Marvel or DC would have, but they didn't. They put this little sketch right here. It's the same one over here. And it's the exact same one that's here. But I mean, it's these little touches, that any indie comic creators, that we bring to the table, that I think makes it even more, more worth it. So here we go. This is Old Man Lopez, Aaron Lopresti's Wraith of God, the first one. It's just Wraith of God. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think he gave it a subtitle in the book. No, he didn't. Okay. So this was the first story. Phenomenal book. Took me a while to get around to backing this one, but I did. I don't know, probably midways to 3/4 of the way through the original campaign. And of course, again, as I said earlier, this, I opted not to go for the Dale Keown cover. I actually wanted to own Lopresti's own cover. So, and he has a back cover that I think was done by Dawn and somebody. Oh, Don Edwards. Yeah, see, Dale Keown epilogue title page, and then also became a Keown cover. And Gabe El Taib colored it. And so we flashed all the way here to that wonderful cover, which, I mean, it's great. And yes, that would look banger on a t-shirt. And I didn't get the t-shirt, but I certainly would have. Had I felt so inclined, but yeah, it's a great image. It was a great cover. It just, to me, I want to back the original. That is my go-to. And picking up on what I was saying earlier, when I ribbed him a little bit in the chat on the Graybeards when it was the day he was launching Kit Carter, and I was asking, I was like, oh my gosh, I wanted the soft cover version, and he doesn't have it available with his cover on it. It's got the other cover, and I'm just like, why? And so he was gracious and said, oh, well, I wanted to make it the way I wanted it. And so the hardcover is actually going to be a larger print version, and he put his cover on there. So it's like, okay, suck it up, Buttercup. I went ahead and got it. Decided, okay, so here we go. And so I backed it first day on that one cover. Can't wait to get it. But in the meantime, Blood Hunters is shipping sometime soon. I keep getting those updates. If you guys hear a ding-a-ling-a-ling, it's on my phone. So here we go. We got Hybrids, the Sons of Gods. Now this is Luke Stone, my artist on Chrome Dog. Timmy Mellis has fantastic artwork. Of course, I'm guessing that was Ethan's. I don't know. He is amazing. Ethan Van Sciver, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, so back to Luke. Luke Stone, he's the artist for Chrome Dog. He also is the reason Chrome Dog exists in the way he does, because Luke did the character design. This cover and the coloring here, because I'm pretty sure Patrick did this. No, Eric Hodson did the color. Okay. Well, nice. Wait. Yeah, okay. So this was Kane and White? Nice. Let me see. So it must have been from the book. Yeah, Patrick Gamma. Yeah, Patrick Gamma has been with Luke for since the beginning, I think. Good stuff. This is Arrow Comics. Very proud to be a part of Arrow myself. It's so cool to be a part of a comics company that's been around since the 80s, in one form or another. We're now in like version 4.0. So, and we've got a really fun team. You got Randy Zimmerman. I guess you could call him the editor in chief. He's the showrunner in a sense. Then we've got Luke Stone, of course, and then we've got Craig White of Soul Tack fame. He's a part of Arrow now. We've got I want to say it's Marv is also part of our little clique with Sin Killer. So yeah. Which, by the way, if you check us out on Fund My Comic, and let me see if I can pop over here and see if I can share the screen for just a second, show off the Chrome Dog campaign for just a moment. I might do a little commercial before we move on here. All right. Yeah, search feature sometimes can be a little wonky, just a hair. Actually, you know what? I want to show it off. Here we go. All right, so we're going to share the screen. Put that at that. Oops, not that one. Hotkey commands, folks. Gotta love them. All right, here we go. So here's fundmycomic.com, your place to go for new and fresh, entertaining, independent comics. Find a comic and back it today. Hopefully it'll be Chrome Dog. So here it is, Chrome Dog #1, Perfect Strangers. I've changed up the art a little bit. It's kind of almost like a precursor to show off what, just what I'm about to do next. I also changed this little banner here. Super excited. Got the same old trailer I made. But I did add some new art. And right now it's in black and white, but as it becomes color, I will throw those pages up here. I'm currently waiting for this one right here. Can't wait. Patrick, he's working on it diligently right now. Oof, this line, I gotta fix that. Anyway, so we've got that's the Luke Stone cover. And then we've got the Aaron Lopresti cover. Oh yeah, Speak of the Devil, right? Which, by the way, just so you know, the Aaron Lopresti cover variant of Chrome Dog #1 will only be available on this campaign outside of being able to catch me in a daggum crowded comic book convention near you, because I'm only hitting print once on these, and if I have any left over, then I'll be selling them in person at a show. But outside of that, you snooze, you lose. He did an amazing job on this with the fight between Scratch and Seether, and showcases all this wonderful monster talent that Lopresti has. I mean, he can draw monsters like nobody's business. I think he needs to have Graham Nolan on his show so they can compete on monster drawing. Just saying. But also, so what I did was when I added this art, I decided, you know what? Here's the two covers, and then boom, I'm going to subtract several of the pages from the ash can, because if you want to read the ash can, just guess what? You just click this wonderful purple link here, or below there's a yellow link that you can click and download that beautiful preview ashcan PDF. I didn't want to give away too much, because I did give away too much, and not to mention, you just click the thing and you can have the whole PDF. Plus, you get behind the scenes versions of Chrome Dog as as he's depicted, which are not going to be available in the actual comic book. So the PDF ashcan, it's free. So there's no reason not to click, not to search it out, not to click here, not to check out the 10 pages that we worked really hard to get on here. These letters are Eric Weathers. And by the way, everybody, yes, Chrome Dog is still funding. Still funding until January 1st. So check us out. And right now, we've got the stickers in. I don't have it with me, but I had this sticker. We have these stickers. They're ready to ship. We've got the metal bookmarks. They're ready to ship. We got the Wally the Wolf stickers. Not yet. Once we get to $5,000, then I can commission a certain indie comics creator to help me with the Wally the Wolf characters for that sticker. But in the meantime, hopefully, folks, you guys can get me to $5,000 pretty soon. And we've got some other things in the works, like a Seether sticker. who doesn't want to see their sticker? And then, I don't know, this amount of money is probably, it's going to net you a pretty cool looking Chrome Dog challenge coin, I'd say, but that may not come until issue number 2. We'll see, right? We'll see. And then, of course, the Arrow Comics creative team. It's me, Luke Stone, Patrick Gamma, Eric Weathers, Randy Zimmerman, and it's Arrow Comics. Our target is entertainment, and our aim is quality. Boom. So that Discord down there, that link, if you ever at the bottom of any campaign, that is the link to Fund My Comics, so you can join the Discord there. But the main reason why I wanted to come over here, I mean, beyond just showing off my campaign and letting everyone know that yes, it still exists, it's still a thing, you can actually back it. Ronan's Review, what's up? Agent Zero, he says, well, what's up, Ronan's Review? I'm still curious as to whether or not you've been able to check out this lovely PDF ashcan that we have up here on the campaign. I remember at some point, I think I sent you the link or something or whatnot. Maybe you get a chance to read those first 10 pages, but hell, here in the next, we'll say in about another month or two, you'll be able to have the comic book in your hot little hands, whether you back us at the $5 mark to get the full book in the digital, or you get the actual physical book for $15 plus shipping. Anyway. So, but down here we've got, got Arrow Bundle number 2, Arrow Bundle number 1, and then what I like to call the Arrow Mega Bundle. You got Bundle 1, Bundle 2 for one price plus shipping. And in this, you get 14 daggum comics, okay? 14 comics. So, why are we over here and why are we talking about this? So, a minute ago, I talked about Marv V. He's doing the Sin Killer. He says, I did, my dude. Very impressive. I'm a little behind on videos. Hey, dude, you're doing way better than I am. I don't do videos. Just do these live streams. I need to step up my video game. And I've actually thought about it. I've had a few little nuggets in my live streams, and I thought, maybe I should just find get an editing software now that I no longer have Adobe, and just listen to my live streams and pull out the important parts and just kind of throw them up as as shorts, or throw them up as videos, or both at the same time. Why not, right? Because I mean, there's been some things that I've said in times past that probably bear repeating, and I'd rather repeat them in their original context than to have to kind of like reiterate them in some scripted manner. I don't know. Maybe I just don't do scripts in that way. I don't do a rehearsed script, right? Like, I'm all about writing scripts, but as far as like being an actor and reciting lines of dialogue is like, I don't know, it's not my thing. So anyway, back to Arrow Bundle number 1. We've got like I said, Luke Stone. We got Marv V on Sin Killer. Now I will tell you folks, this bundle, parents, so while Chrome Dog is family friendly, I'll say, Sin Killer not so much. Sin Killer can be kind of brutal. Of these 8 comic books, that's probably the harshest one, I would say. So you might want to kind of hold that back, mom and dad, or grandma and grandpa, if you choose this bundle for the kiddos, you definitely want to hold that one back. But by all means, Only Death Can Save Us. That's a fantastic comic. Russ Leach. Oh my gosh, like he's on a whole nother level of entertainment with that. You got Paragon, you got Calico, Indie Revolt. That's a good one. And then of course you get Rift Riders, which that's the latest joint between Luke Stone and Piper Steed, as well as John Dillard on the art. So good stuff. And 8 comics for $50. I mean, hello. And it's all Arrow. Like all of us Arrow creators, we put these same bundles on our campaign. So if you miss us on one, you can always get us on the others. And then of course Arrow Bundle number 2, that's the most recent. You got 6 comics for $40, and one of them happens to be Chrome Dog. The other happens to be The Fool, which The Fool is also up on Fund My Comic as well. And you'll find these wonderful bundles on there too. So anyway, just wanted to shout that out. Hit me up on Discord, my dude. Oh yeah. That's a good, I don't even know your Discord handle. Are you on, so Ronan, are you in the Fund My Comic chat? Because that'd probably be easy for me to find you on there. I don't know. I'll find you somewhere, somehow. So let's go back to the action at hand. So we've got Hybrid Sons of Gods. So this is Trash Day. It collects the first 5 books of Hybrid Sons of Gods. Very cool stuff. I like this page because he kind of talks about, he being Luke Stone, talks about his past and where he's been with comics. He has a tendency to kind of do this in different issues as you go along. Great stuff. Hybrids is definitely worth the read. Recently I've been delving back into the Mutant Genesis stuff with X-Men, the X-Men, Jim Lee and Chris Claremont stuff, and man, that stuff is just mesmerizing. The level of writing, the level of action, the level of, everything was hitting on all cylinders in perfect synthesis. Like it was, everything was meshing so well in those books that you as you're reading, you almost like lose yourself in the book, and Hybrids is no exception to that. And so this is definitely a triumph. And of course, these are the first 5 issues of Hybrids. I'm looking forward to the second trade paperback where it collects the next 4 issues. I'm sure that that's coming soon. And there's currently a campaign on Fund My Comic for it, the Hybrids double feature campaign. So check it out, Fund My Comic Hybrids. So here it is, ISOM cover B. This was ISOM number 1. Like my first foray into ISOM. And this is the comic that I think I'm gonna sell. Yes, it is not currently in a bag and a board, because I'm a firm believer that comics should be read, but I've kept it in relatively decent shape. It's only been out of a bag and board for a little while, but yeah, I love, like, this story is it's okay. It's good. It's good enough. It does what he wants it to do. And it's fun. There are moments where I get lost in it. It feels almost like I'm watching a TV show, which is great. Kind of like, it reminded me a little bit of watching Luke Cage. I really enjoyed watching Luke Cage, and so it definitely did that for me. A little disappointed I didn't get to see Yaira do anything much in this comic, but that's what comic covers are for, right? They're to kind of tease us. And so I feel like I've gotten my use out of this comic, and I'd love to pass it on so that I can let someone else enjoy it for what it is. It also, from what I understand, like, it was pretty, it's relatively rare, the cover B. I didn't go for the cover A because frankly I didn't really like it. I liked this one better. It just spoke to me better. And then at the time there was no cover C. It wasn't until this one sold out that the cover C became available, which I think that one had the Alpha Core on it. But anyway, this has been my show, and I certainly appreciate those of you who've stuck in there, hung in there with me this whole time. Hybrids is one of my new faves. Luke hit a home run with Hybrids. Yeah, no, I agree. And I kind of, being a fan that I am, I kind of lament at least a little bit that I've distracted him from hybrids with Chrome Dog, but then again, he's distracted himself with Fund My Comic. So, you know, what can you do? And thanks to Fund My Comic for being able to, you know, allow so many indie creatives a space to be able to get their books out there, because the other crowdfunding sites have not been so friendly in that regard. It's a great start to the YouTube madness, isn't it, though? I'm not sure what it is that you're talking about as a start, but I know this is probably, I think I know what you mean. Yeah, so this has been the most positive, probably the most positive thing you're going to be able to watch this evening. But I will be remiss if I don't. One, thank you so much, everybody who's shown up today, whether it's Timmy or Ronan's review, Birdcage. We got Suzanne here. You know what? maybe I'll start this as my thing. So we got Timmy Mellows, we got Ronan's review, we got Birdcage 45 coming in, we got Suzanne Eckstein. I hope I get that right. We got Pixel Trader, as always, which, by the way, if you haven't seen Arial or AR13L out there, what are you waiting for? You got to back that project, like, today. Like, do not wait. And if it's not available to back, well, then by golly, just wait for it to be for sale, because it's going to be at Arrow Comics, and I can't imagine them not making it for sale on the Arrow Comics website. But, you know, then again, I can't speak for Randy. Anyway, so Pixel Trader, we got Suzanne, we got the Woke Breaker, we got wait, yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, Levi. Can't leave out Levi Skeen. Appreciate you all coming by. Today's probably been the most watched show, and probably the most positive show that you're going to see this evening, at least. So with that, I will allow you to go forth and prosper. And as I always say, until next time, enjoy our wild America. Take care, y'all.